The Bitcoin price is going down right now at the time of recording, and could further downside action potentially be looming here in the shadows. Let's dive in and analyze. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. Today we're going to discuss the Bitcoin price and the action inside the chart right now. A ton of new developments inside this trend, ladies and gentlemen. We need to discuss all of it. And I also want to debut another new indicator since you guys enjoyed that so much in the last one. So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up. All right, so we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice. This is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin. Clearly, my friends, Bitcoin had some beautiful bearish divergences form here on the 4-hour time frame. A double bearish divergence across both the RSI and MACD indicators, right? We saw a move to higher highs on the 4-hour on the price and a move to lower highs across both indicators, all happening right at this purple box of new local tentative resistance. I've had this box painted here on the chart for quite some time. This has been an area where we've seen numerous support and resistance flips all throughout this multi-month consolidation here for Bitcoin. And right now, after being rejected at the top of the box, dumping below, upon this back test, we are tentatively being rejected here once again. This is very concerning for me from a bullish perspective, my friends, because right now, Bitcoin is still respecting this downward sloping trajectory, a series of lower highs, one after the other, and right now, things are getting very interesting here with this double bearish divergence playing out right now. Doesn't mean that we have to drop further, but it is unique that we are getting rejected here, holding this downward sloping trend line rejection. And right now, we are at the make or break point for Bitcoin here. Now, why is that? Well, we've been trading in this upward sloping parallel channel for months at this point. Largely, this has just been a sideways trading range, right? And what I'm trying to make of this range is this going to be an area that we look back at and say, hey, that was an absolutely epic bullish accumulation zone before the next leg to the upside? Or are we going to look back on this and say, wow, that was just a bearish distribution range at the top of a trend at a macro resistance level before an absolutely savage decline into the crypto abyss? That's what I'm trying to make sense of right here, right now, is to look for the probability. What looks like the higher probability occurrence for me, right? So with that being said, this on a micro level does look like we're seeing some bearish pressure applied. But on the contrary, we do have to understand that we still are within the confines of this upward sloping parallel channel. And if Bitcoin is able to find support here, the upward sloping higher low trajectory still would technically be intact. And you could see, if we connect the dots here, it is almost just another pennant, right? And we are essentially squeezing into a pennant formation right now, and we are at the apex right now, my friends. This is some absolutely critical stuff here. I hope you understand. So technically, for me right now, on a micro level, this is still looking like we've been rejected here bearishly, that these divergences are playing out, and we could, if we lose this upward sloping trend line here, be poised for some serious downside action. But on the contrary, if this level here can hold, right, and Bitcoin is able to maintain this upward sloping support and not lose the lows here around the, let's chalk it up to about 8,800. If Bitcoin can stay above 8,800, right, then its next challenge would be to break this downward sloping lower high trajectory, right? With the creation of a new higher high above 9,500 where we just got rejected. If it can hold, move up, break through, then its second challenge would be to get through the top of this purple box. Then if we can do that, this is where, for me personally, I could start speculating, hey, maybe Bitcoin is ready to make a move towards the top of this channel once again and look to possibly get through this currently unbreakable ceiling of 10,500 to actually begin to start a new potential bull market. Let's get this crypto. If you see that, my friends, and you think that's logical, leave a thumbs up for the video. It really helps the algorithm. Thank you very much. Now, what I want to do here as well, my friends, is look at this new indicator. It's not actually a new indicator, but I'm just debuting it here on the stream for you all. Okay, so let's move this up here to the top. And now I've pulled up the overview here for you guys as well, the definition. So if you do want to pause your screen to read it, you could see what this indicator is in depth. But in a nutshell, just for me to explain it easily for you, this indicator is basically looking for what it perceives to be buy pressure and sell pressure. This line right here is the zero line, this dashed / dotted line across the middle, and essentially trading above the zero implies there could be some further buy pressure, and trading below the zero implies there could be some more sell pressure inside the market right here, right now. So coinciding here with everything else I just discussed with the bearish divergences, the rejection at the local resistance box here, the continuation of the lower high trajectory. Right now, to see this Chaikin oscillator absolutely diving here on the 4-hour is not what I want to see, as well as, I mean, sure, we still are above zero, but to be seeing a capitulation on this indicator at such a magnitude also lends credibility to the fact that, hey, these bearish divergences were certainly strong. Let's get this crypto. But the real one that I want to show you guys here with this indicator is the weekly time frame. Okay, and this one is the most startling I found. Now, just bear with me, little James, if you're going to get upset that I'm not showing you something that looks like we're going to the moon. Here on the weekly indicator, we could see that we've dropped below that zero line. And I've circled here many other times in the past where Bitcoin has dropped below the line, right? The zero line on the weekly time frame. And unfortunately, my friends, we've seen this lead to some absolutely catastrophic declines in the past, right? And for me right now, my friends, this is a longer term macro indicator here that, with everything that we've seen from the Bitcoin price thus far, getting up to this tentative long-term macro resistance point, which we've already been rejected at heinously twice in the past, to see the buy pressure start to fall below this line and actually turn tentatively into sell pressure now, and be so close to the bottom of this upward sloping support line, tentatively looking to break it, and currently getting rejected at this purple box of tentative new resistance. This is something of concern for me here, my friends, and I just want you to all be well aware that this indicator is looking for essentially that hidden buy pressure or hidden sell pressure that may not be apparent in the chart, right? And again, this doesn't mean that the Bitcoin price has to go down. For me as a speculator, I'm simply just looking for what is the higher probability play. Is the probability for the bears to still have control of this market and be looking for a move down? Does that look more likely than that the bulls have all the momentum here and we're going to rip through that level? I'm just looking for probabilities, right? It doesn't mean that I have to be correct. Personally, though, right now, with everything going on here, and we're going to discuss these Heikin-Ashi candles in a moment too, but with everything going on here, my friends, right now, it still appears to the Don Carbonaccio, that the bears still look to have a ton of momentum here and that we could potentially be poised for a sell-off. That's why I'm saying keep watch on this $8,800 region. If we see Bitcoin drop below 8,800, I think this is where we could start to see a cascading waterfall potentially, where bots start to sell. Little James, his hands start trembling, but the moon, and they start selling off, you know, at a rapid rate. I think that's possible. Just speculation on my end. I don't have a crystal ball, but right now things are getting a little iffy. And if you guys do appreciate me showing this Chaikin oscillator here today, also please leave a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Thank you. And if you could just leave a comment that says I enjoyed it or thanks Kirby, anything, the comments really help, especially in a time where Bitcoin is just trading sideways. Really, it helps the channel. So thank you very much. Now, I stated that I do see personally, for me, right, a higher probability to the downside with my strategy and the way I trade. And right now, I am still speculating short, my friends. Shout out to my VIPs. Here is my most recent VIP alert. I posted that I was laddering 3 Bitcoin short positions, right? 3 orders, one at 9,300, one at 9,400, and another at 9,500. I had my orders fill at 9,300 and 9,400. Shout out to my VIPs. I kept you guys up to date with my trade there in real time. I did get my orders filled at 9,300 and 9,400 right here. Hickory dickory dock. It's possible that the Don shorted the absolute top if this does happen to take a dive to the downside. Now, I have moved my stop loss down to 9,400, and I am speculating upon potential further downside action. If we go back up towards 9,400, I'll just get stopped out and look for another position. If you do want to see all of my trades in real time, my friends, I keep you all up to date with this exclusively in VIP. So if you want to see all of my alerts, just like this one, exactly where I'm looking to set up my entries, exactly where I'm looking to potentially exit, potentially take profit, all of that, well, that's what I post exclusively in VIP. If you're not already in my VIP, well, I'll see you in VIP today, right now after this video. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Now, I told you guys that we were going to look at the Heikin Ashis here as well. So let's go to the weekly time frame Heikin Ashi candles. And what I want you guys to see here is this fractal. All right. And I have pointed this out on the stream in the past, but I just want to show you this again with everything else, especially with that Chaikin oscillator now showing some potentially hidden sell pressure right at this very specific region. OK, this is just something else to add into the pot, stir it up into the recipe. Right. Notice here, we hit our top of a macro move. OK, big impulse move up, found a top. Then a green doji on the Heikin Ashi, followed by a red candle, another red candle, another red candle. And now it feels like we are on the precipice of something huge here, okay? Just remember, green candle, red candle. Okay, if we look over here, big impulse up, green doji, red candle, debacle into the abyss, right? Big impulse up, green doji, red candle, debacle into the abyss, all right? Big impulse up, green doji, red candle, debacle into the abyss. Over here, big impulse up, green doji, red candle, debacle into the abyss. Everywhere we see it, right? Over here again, impulse, red candle, debacle, impulse, red candle, debacle, impulse, red candle, green doji, red candle, debacle. You guys see it, right? It's the same fractal. It's essentially impulse move, blow off top, green doji, followed by a red candle, and then we've seen further sell-offs. Of course, past performance does not indicate future results, but right now we've had the impulse, we've had the green doji right at that level of historic resistance. Now we're trading underneath the local resistance range as well. And it just so happens that we are seeing that on that Chaikin oscillator, there could potentially be some hidden sell pressure here on the weekly chart, especially with those 4-hour bearish divergences potentially coming in at this range. And also, let's take a look here. I'll go to the BLX briefly for just one moment. If we go to the line chart on the monthly, you guys know this chart for me, this is the bread and butter here. Look at all of these resistances. 1, 2, 3, 4, almost on an exact perfect line, my friends. We've seen 4 closes on the monthly line chart right here. This is the line in the sand. If Bitcoin cannot break above here, consolidate, and look to move higher, I just don't see how staying below this line is a bull market. Right? For me, staying below this line actually implies that we still could be due for further downside action. Let's get this crypto. That's just my opinion, my friends, right? Doesn't mean that it has to happen. It's just my opinion. I don't have a crystal ball. And if you appreciate it, a thumbs up would be appreciated. So Right now, guys, I hope that you see my sentiment here. We are at the absolute boiling point. As I showed you earlier, let's go back to the 4 hour briefly. I mean, that pennant that I basically just showed you guys, we are right now, we could be hours away, days away. It's really hard to nail it down to the time frame, but this is it. This is the lower high trajectory range. We are squeezing right now into this pennant zone right here with a ton of potential hidden pressure building up in there right now. I told you guys that I am still short right now. I may look to exit my position, at a point here in the future. But if we do drop down, if we get below 8,800, that is where, for me, the probability of further downside action greatly increases as we've lost this structure and everything else that I named on the stream. But as I've stated, guys, right now, I'm looking to potentially crush this market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. And if you want to see exactly how I'm setting up my trades in real time, my friends, just like I showed you earlier with that alert there, you need to get in VIP right now after this video, okay? Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from Average Joe into Savage Joe. Let little James and Average Joe continue to say, oh, Kirby, we're going to the moon. Sure, we could go to the moon, little James. I just personally don't see anything right now that is lending a higher probability to that occurrence happening right now than I do for some potential bearish downside action. Just my opinion. But as I've stated, my friends, I'm looking to get absolutely aggressive here in this market. If you want to see all of my trade setup ideas in real time, exactly where I'm looking to enter, exactly where I'm looking to exit, exactly where I'm looking to potentially take profit, then I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from Average Joe into Savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. My friends, there's been one heck of a stream here. Again, a thumbs up on the video goes a long way, and a comment, anything. Say thanks, Kirby. Hi, Kirby. Nice indicator, Kirby. Tell me if you think this looks more bearish in terms of probability or more bullish in terms of probability. Let me know, guys. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Don't get caught like a deer in the headlights here, okay? You're better than that. You deserve better than that, all right? That being said, I'll see you all in VIP right now after this video. And until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.